Hello, Todd Kuska, coach of St. Rita High School. Just want to welcome you guys back to Rita Replays. Tonight's game takes us against the Augustinian rival Providence, the second time we've been playing these guys in Rita Replays, a game in 2011, which features two of our all-time best players here playing in the NFL right now, Pat O'Connor on the Tampa Bay Bucks and Kenny Galladay for the Detroit Lions. It's a great football game, a defensively monitored game led by Will McNamara and Pat O'Connor. Old school football against our rival Providence. So without further ado, here's the game.
Welcome to 79th and Western, everybody, for the CN100 Game of the Week. Tonight from St. Rita High School, it's Providence Catholic against St. Rita. Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds in a critical battle tonight in the Chicago Catholic League Blue. First of all, Kenny, let's talk about Providence Catholic. They lost last week at home to Loyola. They must win this game if they want to have any hope of winning a Catholic League Blue title.
Yeah, you know, they cannot afford another loss, Jim, in the Catholic League Blue. This is a must-win for Providence Catholic. It's going to be a very difficult place to win today. It's homecoming. It's Rita Palooza night here at St. Rita. It's going to be very difficult for Providence to come in here tonight.
And on the other hand, for St. Rita, they set themselves up nicely by winning last week at Brother Rice. If they defend their home field, they're halfway home to defending their share of the Catholic League title.
Jim, big win last week for St. Rita. They won the last seconds with a nice touchdown pass, but this is a great home field advantage for the Mustangs.
I don't think anybody is going to mistake St. Rita for a passing team, but yet their quarterback, Scott Thomas, was a key part of their victory over Brother Rice. He had a huge touchdown pass to Kenny Galladay late in the game.
Yeah, late in the ball game, he hit Kenny G. But the one thing about this young man, when he throws the ball, he has a great percentage rate, Jim. He hit 12 out of 24 last week. They don't throw it often, but when they do, 50%, I'll take it.
A key game in the battle for the Catholic League Blue title is coming your way next. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening kick when we come back after this timeout for Providence and St. Rita on the CN100 Game of the Week. We're just about set to go. St. Rita won the toss. They deferred, so they will kick off. It'll be John Kelly kicking off. Tony Petta is deep for Providence. Kelly lets it fly. He angles it toward the sideline, and it'll be taken out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And, well, let's see. A flag went up. It certainly looked like Andrew Hoffmeister touched it before it went out of bounds, and that's the ruling.
Yeah,
After all that, we end up with 1st and 10 from the 20. Okay, here's the Providence offense, and there is Jake Godfrey getting the start. If everything goes well for Providence, he won't have to throw it a lot, because if he doesn't, that means they're running the ball, they're being effective. They have a huge offensive line, Kenny.
Oh, huge is an understatement, Jim.
It is Hoffmeister is the deep back on 1st down and 10 for Providence. Fake to Hoffmeister. Godfrey rolls out. Has a man, has a completion, and it's a gain of about 6 yards on the play. It will be 2nd down and about 4. The completion went to Jack Kleisik. Wow, Jack did a good job of getting out of the backfield for a big guy. Here is the St. Rita defense. The 3 guys you need to watch: Pat O'Connor, Will McNamara, and Charles Elmore, who essentially won the game last week against Brother Rice with an interception in the end zone in the final minute of play.
Yeah, what a big interception that it was.
2nd down for Providence, and they will give it to Hoffmeister this time. He tries the right side. He didn't have a lot working at first, but he goes out past the 30-yard line. It looks like he will have a 1st down for the Celtics just over the 30-yard line.
And, Jim, this is exactly what they want to do. They want to run the football. You're going to give it to Hoffmeister. He's going to run behind that huge offensive line. And when I say huge, I mean these young men are extremely big for high school.
You saw Ryan Ward, number 75. He's 282. He's the average weight of that offensive line. Providence gets a 1st down in their first series. They'll give to Hoffmeister again. Runs into a crowd. Keeps the legs churning. Takes it out to about the 34-yard line. Ricky Valadez was there in the neighborhood. Also in on the tackle, Chuck Haas, number 94. Gain of about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Doing what they do best, Jim. Just keep the ball on the ground. We talked about that. This is not a team that really wants to throw the ball if they don't have to.
They would be more than happy with just getting it at 4 yards of crap. 2nd down and 7 officially. Again, handed off to Hoffmeister, got hit in the backfield, wrapped up, and thrown down. Getting there first was Ricky Valadez. It's going to be a loss of a couple on the play. 3rd down and 9 coming up.
Well, Jim, we saw Valadez last week over at Brother Rice. Here's what he does so well. He's so quick off the ball, comes in from that linebacker position, gets off the blockers. He's super, super quick off the ball. Of course, we had a chance to see him last Friday night at Brother Rice do exactly what he showed right there, the 6'1" senior.
The ruling is he got back to the original line of scrimmage, so now 3rd down and 7. The guy to watch wide receiver-wise is Fitzgerald. He's at the top of the screen. Drop back, throw down the field, looking for Fitzgerald. That's picked off by Elmore. Elmore at the 40-yard line has the football, trying to get away and set up a return. Fitzgerald is hanging on. Elmore brings it back to the 45-yard line. So the last 2 passes that have been thrown the way of Charles Elmore, he has picked off. He got the one last week at the end of the game to win it, and then the one tonight to get St. Rita the ball in good field position.
Well, the passing situation off the play action, he puts it up for grabs, and you don't want to put it up anywhere in the vicinity of Elmore. He is so quick and such a great knack of being around the football. Here it is again. And oh boy, you put that up. A lot of air underneath that one. Elmore just jumps right in front of Gallaby to get in there, Jim. One thing you got to say about Elmore, he's probably the best DB in the Catholic League.
So now St. Rita in business. They have the ball on their own 46-yard line. 1st down and 10. They'll put it on the ground to get it started. Carry by Tim Lombard. Got just almost to midfield. Gain of 3 on the play. It will be 2nd down and 7 for St. Rita. Scott Thomas, the quarterback, leads out an offense. Doesn't have the big flashy running backs like they've had in past years. Kenny Galladay, the wide receiver, had a huge game last week against Brother Rice.
Jim, let me correct myself. That pass was intended for Fitzgerald. I had the wrong number 1.
2nd down and 6 coming up for St. Rita. Galladay is at the top of the screen. 3 other receivers come out to the right for St. Rita. Thomas did a very nice job of throwing the ball deep last week against Brother Rice. Go direct little traffic here, bad snap. Thomas just falls on it all the way back at the 40-yard line. So St. Rita, a mistake on offense and a big break for Providence. That's going to be a loss of about 10 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 16. The Providence defense, they have been pretty good so far this year. They only gave up 6 points in the first 2 games. But the last couple of games, they've given up 63. So we will see which is the real Providence defense.
Well, also, Jim, great play by Thomas just to fall on the ball. He didn't try to get up, didn't try to do anything fancy. He knew it was a bad snap, just cover it up.
Early in the game, just don't make a big mistake. Galladay this time is out at the bottom of the formation, down there in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. Thomas, he'll roll that way and look. Takes a look, goes back the other way, and it was intended to be a screen pass to Ministry. He didn't quite get out, I think, as far as he needed to. Falls incomplete. So after the turnover, St. Rita can't do anything with it, and they will punt it back to the Celtics.
Yeah, Ministry didn't get out, Jim. They had the screen set up. As you saw, the offensive line was set for the screen, but Ministry just did not get out as far as he needed to, and the Mustangs now have to punt.
Troy Shepard drops back to receive the punt from Kukar. So Providence survives the turnover. So the negative play did not hurt the Celtics. Shepard waits and waits and waits. Providence drops back, rushes only 2. Pretty good kick. Spiral that will take Shepard deep. He will take it at his own 16 and just gets absolutely buried as soon as he touches the ball. Tim Lombard got him. 44-yard punt. So after the exchange of possessions, it ends up being a loss of about 5 yards for Providence. They'll come out and start their second possession. Kleisik is the fullback. Hoffmeister is the lone running back. Hoffmeister get the call. Had a little bit of room, tried to bounce it outside. Got away from the initial tackle and ended up making a nice run out to about the 22-yard line. Got 5 on the play. It will be 2nd down and 5. It certainly looked like Valadez had him wrapped up for no gain, but then somehow Hoffmeister got away.
Yeah, here it is again. Now off the draw. Valadez looks right here, had him wrapped up, but he went to get him behind, and he was just able to keep his feet moving and spin out of it to pick up a couple of more yards. Great individual effort, Jim.
2nd and 5. Providence up to the line quickly. Short drop. Godfrey throws, and that is picked off. 2nd interception of the game. This time it's Ryan Leonard who hauls it in at the Providence 40-yard line. St. Rita with their second interception of the game, and they are in business in Providence territory.
Boy, he puts a lot of air under that ball, Jim. He puts it up awfully high. Here it is again. Quick drop back. Boy, that's up a lot of air underneath that one, and all of a sudden Leonard goes diving like a center fielder trying to catch a baseball. Here it is again. He'll just go diving to come up with the second interception for the St. Rita Mustangs tonight.
Also in that direction, the way that ball went, it was thrown directly into the wind, and you saw it flutter on its way out. Thomas will work out of the shotgun on 1st down and 10 after the turnover. Thomas wants to flare it out, throws quickly. Great catch, because as soon as the ball went into the hands of Verdon, he was hit, and hit hard by Troy Shepard.
Boy, Troy Shepard had an eye on T.J. Verdon. Now watch when Verdon catches the ball. Good protection. Now Verdon will catch the ball, and boy, Shepard's right there as soon as he catches the ball.
It's a gain of 6 yards on the play. It will be 2nd down and 4. Under 7 minutes now remaining in the opening quarter of play. St. Rita's second possession of the game. They went 3 and out after the turnover last time.
Out of the shotgun.
3 receivers to the left this time for St. Rita. And it looked like Lombard went to the wrong side of his quarterback, but even still, Thomas ends up picking up the 1st down just inside the 30-yard line.
It looked like he wanted to hand that off.
Or at least it was a fake.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
And watch, Lombard, it looks like goes to the wrong side.
Yeah, he was looking for Lombard. Lombard went to the right, and he was looking for him on the left.
I don't know. A play gets a 1st down. You might want to throw that into the playbook. I'll guarantee you all the defenders were looking to that side too.
Hey, whatever works.
Dan Ladd is all the way out wide to the left. Thomas getting some last-minute instruction. Mike Zuniga, normally one of the starting running backs for St. Rita, he's out ill, will not play tonight. Lombard takes the fake. Thomas carries the ball. Thomas gets about 4 yards before he's stopped at the 26-yard line. Another positive play for St. Rita. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
At least at that time, Lombard was where you wanted him to be with the fake, and then Thomas decides he has a lot of green turf over to the left side, Jim. He goes out to that left side.
That was a nice job by Thomas. He read the linebacker Semino and then made his decision from there. Pretty good play.
Yeah, took off to the left.
2nd down and 6 coming up. Now Galladay is singled up to the right side of the formation. See what happens here. Blitz by Providence, and Thomas down the middle of the field, and that ball will fall incomplete. Certainly looked like that might go to Galladay with single coverage down at the bottom of the screen, but instead they tried to fill the post pattern.
Yeah, going for Jack Crum. Yeah, intended for Crum, and when they put Kenny G out there one-on-one, you would think that's exactly where they were going, but they went post pattern looking for Crum. That came up a little bit overthrown. And we'll take a look at the big crowd here tonight for homecoming for St. Rita.
3rd down and 6 for St. Rita. They have a good kicking game, but this might be a little bit out of the range. So we'll have to see what they do. Thomas lines up in the shotgun again. He's got Lombard back there with him. That's T.J. Verdon going in motion, flared out very quickly, completion, and not much yardage. Then they're going to be no gain on the play after the completion to Julian Crum. So let's see what Todd Kuska and the St. Rita Mustangs are going to do. They're going to give Kelly a crack at this. Wow. So the ball is going to be snapped from the 26-yard line. So this is going to be about a 42-yard attempt. And again, as Johnny Miller would say, it's helping from the left. So he does have some help from the wind right here. Officially a 42-yard attempt for Kelly. Verdon will hold. Kelly has plenty of leg to get it there. Good snap, good placement. Kick is long enough, and it is good. Kelly knocks through a 42-yarder to give St. Rita a 3-0 lead.
Boy, he made that with ease. Boy, that with room to spare.
Although a little bit of a victory for Providence, the fact that they've turned it over twice, but St. Rita has only turned it into 3 points so far.
Kelly, just a sophomore, 42-yard field goal, Jim, and he made that one with plenty of room to spare.
Even the kickers are big guys.
Watch this, 42 yards. Look how far this ball goes past the uprights.
Well, he he might have been able to make it from another 10 yards out without too much of a
I
problem.
was just thinking that could have been good for 50.
File that away, especially kicking from the left hash going in that direction. St. Rita ran 6 plays after the turnover, able to pick up 14 yards on it. Remember that drive started at the 40-yard line. And they turn it into a 3-0 lead.
2 minutes, 49 seconds off the clock.
Tony Petta deep to receive. Kelly kicked it away from him last time, but kicked it to Hoffmeister right on the sideline. And this time Kelly will go a little bit away from Petta. He'll take it at his 12-yard line. Petta trying to make a move, got around the first man. He got around Lombard as well. Petta trying to get to the sideline, and he ran into the second wave of St. Rita defenders on the special teams. Making the tackle was Zach Soria. Okay, the Catholic League Blue, the toughest league in the state of Illinois. Loyola and St. Rita both won on the road last weekend, and they sit on top. So you can see that St. Rita would really be in good shape with a win here tonight. Providence losing last week. Sorry, if you lose 2 games in this league, it's over. You're not going to win.
St. Rita's in a great position here at home in front of a big crowd at homecoming.
1st and 10 for Providence. They come out, they handed it to Kleisik, who was the up man, and he'll get a couple of yards before he's brought down. It will be 2nd down and 8. Although, Kenny, what I would have liked to have seen is a 5-way tie at 2-2.
That would have been pretty nice.
Still possible, but I think teams winning on the road pretty much takes care of that. Remember, what was it, 2 years ago? St. Rita was the only team in the league to win a road game, and that gave them the conference championship.
What a conference this is.
Fitzgerald goes out wide to the right. 2nd down and 8 for Providence. The last 2 times that Godfrey's put it in the air, it's been picked off. They stay on the ground. Hoffmeister has some room. Hoffmeister moves up to the 38-yard line before he's turned around and thrown backwards. Pat O'Connor got there, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Providence.
Boy, he had a big hole, but Pat O'Connor closed it quickly. Here it is again, Jim. He'll bounce off the offensive line, sees a lot of daylight, but then here comes Mr. O'Connor coming from the back, showing that great speed and lateral movement, because there was a huge hole.
Soria made the initial hit. Hoffmeister has rushed for 17 yards on 5 carries so far. This is going to be interesting because Godfrey's been picked the last 2 times he's thrown it. 3rd down and 3. And Rita is tough to run out of this situation. Hoffmeister runs, he'll lose a yard. And the Celtics are going to have to punt. In there on the tackle, Haas, and a whole other cast of characters for St. Rita.
And Dan Fitzgerald at the bottom of that pile. Your outside linebacker was right there as soon as Hoffmeister touched the football. Watch how quickly Fitzgerald gets in there. Right there. Fitzgerald at the bottom of that pile just comes flying through. Nothing there for Hoffmeister now. Providence with 4th and 4. They're going to punt formation.
Providence, when they got the ball to open the game, they made a 1st down, and they have not made a 1st down since. And a snap goes wide, but tracked down, end over end kick. Soria takes it at the 31-yard line. Soria sidesteps the first man, ran Andrew Verdon, and then taken down at the 35-yard line. So St. Rita will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35 for a 32-yard punt. Tackle on the play for Providence was made by Joshua Perrick.
And you see St. Rita likes to run the ball. 555 yards on the ground going into tonight's game. 6 touchdowns passing, 42 out of 82 for 600 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Critical turn on defense here for Providence, because I think, Kenny, with their backup quarterback playing, they can ill afford to fall down by 2 scores.
Right. Well, the defense has been very, very good so far early in the ball game, giving up just the field goal.
Thomas will go under center this time, and the handoff goes to Ministry, and he's going to take it up the field for about 3 yards. We'll give him 2 on the play, Kenny. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Tony Petta comes up and makes the
tackle. It looked like Ministry had some room to, if he went to the outside, Jim. He took a little stutter step to the outside and cut back in, and once he went back to the inside, there was absolutely nothing there but white jerseys.
There's Todd Kuska. His team has only lost once so far this year, but they lost to one of the top teams in the state of Tennessee. They have played a interstate schedule so far this year. Second down and 8 for St. Rita. Pitch. Ministry trying to get out wide, cuts it back inside, gets up to about the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Off that pitch, he runs behind that big offensive line, Jim, but great job there, pursuit by the Celtics. They didn't let him turn that corner.
So now all the receivers check into the game for St. Rita. St. Rita 0 for 2 on 3rd down in the game so far. Galladay will come out to the right.
That's the receiver you always have to keep your eye on if you're playing against St. Rita.
He is big, he is tall, he is fast.
And he's good.
And he's got great hands, too. Thomas, straight back, looks out, has a man coming underneath, has him. It's Crum, and it looks like Crum is going to be short of the first down. Petta came in to make the tackle, and Shepard got there as well. St. Rita's going to be short by about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, they go underneath to Crum coming across the field, and he's going to be just about 1 foot short. So instead of going over the top, Crum comes underneath. Here it is again, coming from the other side of the field, and he's short.
Brukar comes into the game. He will punt it away. I think this is a good decision because Rita might want to hurry up and punt this because they turn around and go the other way. They'll be punting into the wind. Clock running. They're still working on getting set.
They want to get this off.
And they do. They get it off. Kukar, another good punt. Angles it toward the sideline. Fair catch called for. And then they have to let it go. Is it going to get to the end zone? Oh, Lombard kicked it. Lombard was all set to down it. He kicked it, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. 56 yards in the punt. Providence will start on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 20 at the start of the second quarter.
Here it is, right into your living room. Now all Lombard had to do is pick it up, and he kicks it into the end zone. Bad break if you're St. Rita.
Brandon Price is in the game playing a Wildcat quarterback right now for Providence. And Price will take it again. He will go right and not get very far. Taken down rather rudely by Ricky Valadez. That's going to be a loss of the play all the way back to the 26-yard line.
Watch the speed by Valadez. Coming to the right side of your screen. Here they go into the Wildcat formation. Comes in untouched is Valadez, who brings him down. Boy, what speed there by Valadez as Brandon Price is in the backfield out of a Wildcat formation.
2nd down and 15 for Providence, and they will stay with this formation. You got 2 running backs standing right next to each other. It's Price calling the signals.
They're so small behind that big offensive line. How do you see it?
Price hands it off to Hoffmeister. No, Price keeps it, had a little room. And he tried to run away from Trey Shoup. Shoup held him up long enough so that he was tackled and taken down. So it's no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 15. And right now, Providence having some offensive issues, Kenny.
Yeah, this Wildcat isn't working. Here's your fake handoff, a pretty good fake handoff. But then he just goes to the outside and just absolutely nothing there for Brandon Price. The handoff, fake handoff to Hoffmeister was a really good handoff, but they are struggling now out of this Wildcat formation.
They bring Godfrey back into the game on 3rd down and 15. We have yet to see Fitzgerald make a catch. Godfrey back to pass. He won't get a chance. He escaped from the initial rush. Had to throw it out of bounds. Chuck Haas interrupted the play. Required Godfrey to get rid of it. He did a nice job of throwing it away to save the loss. But it's going to bring up 4th down. Providence will have to punt.
Yeah, Chuck Haas was in the backfield right after the snap, Jim, and forced him to throw it out of bounds. Again, St. Rita, that defensive line and the linebackers, they are doing an outstanding job against the Celtics.
And again, Chris Salazar, the normal starting quarterback for Providence, suffered a concussion last week against Loyola and is not playing in the game. Short punt, end over end. The Providence thought they might get the roll out of it. Does not happen. Valentino is right there to down it. And the Celtics will milk every last inch out of that thing before Valentino finally touches it. Batavia also 4-0 going into this weekend's play. St. Rita, they'll keep it on the ground, and it'll be a gain of about 3 yards, just shy of midfield as Lombard gets the carry.
Lombard with the carry, Jim, going straight up the middle. And when you look at that, we talked so much about Providence offensive line, but St. Rita's offensive line, these guys are also pretty good. They do a great job of standing up the defensive line. There's Father Tom.
That's the man in charge, folks, Father Tom.
You know, he graduated with my brother Richard here from St. Rita.
And he didn't come out of the experience scarred for life. That's good. 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. They have the ball on their own 49-yard line. Thomas will come up. He'll work under center this time. Thomas, 3-step drop, back to pass, looking for Galladay down the sideline.
What a catch.
What a catch by Kenny Galladay. He'll go into the end zone for a touchdown.
No, they said that about.
Oh, they said he was out 51 yards on the play if it had been good, but they ruled that Galladay came down with a foot out of bounds.
What a catch. As Coach Kuska calls him Kenny G. Oh, let's see it again. He's going to Galloway. Right to your living room. Here it is again. What a catch.
Yes,
he stepped out. Yep.
But the thing is, was his right foot down first? And it almost looked like his right foot might have come down first.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The left foot was out of bounds.
The left foot was out. The question is which one came down first. Right. So 3rd down and 7 for St. Rita. They are 0 for 7. And now last week when they had things like that happen, they went right back
to him.
Crum goes in motion. Thomas wants to screen it out, does. And Burton is not going to get the first down. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. St. Rita now 0 for 4 on 3rd down as Troy Shepard, who is having a huge game so far, makes the tackle on the play.
Boy, Troy Shepard's been everywhere on the field defensively for the Celtics.
He had a huge defensive play early in the year in a tussle with Manuka the 2nd week of the season. Providence was nursing a 7-0 lead, and Shepard made an interception late to preserve the win for the Celtics. Manuka at the end of the year was ranked as sometimes top 25, but the Indians had some struggles. They lost their opener to Morris, and then lost in week 2 to his Providence club.
Well, that catch by Galloway didn't count because the set of foot came out of bounds. It was the best catch I've seen all year.
Yeah, it was a great catch no matter what. Great punt. Will it bite? Hits at the 5, and this time the Mustangs are able to down it. It's down at the 7-yard line. Now Providence really has a tough job ahead of them. They've had trouble moving the ball so far tonight.
Okay, now let's see. Well, we know he catches the ball. The right foot came down first.
Yep.
The right foot came down first.
And then the left foot came down out of bounds. What a great catch by Galladay.
What a great catch by Galladay, and what a great work by our camera crew to catch it. But you know what? The officials don't have instant replay.
Right.
We do.
And that was a bang-bang play. Providence with Godfrey at the controls. He will hand off to Hoffmeister, just trying to get a little room out away from the goal line. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And our producer director, Andy Zielkowski, calling the shots tonight. Does a great job getting the great shots, and that was a great shot.
I think Providence would be very happy here with just
a little room.
Be able to run it 3 times, burn some time off the clock, and then bring your defense back out. They cannot make a mistake here, and they have made some mistakes on offense so far tonight. Godfrey under center. He'll hand off. Hoffmeister again. Nice burst through the hole. Got up to about the 12-yard line, we'll call it, before he was brought down by McNamara.
But you're not going to do anything fancy if you're Providence this far with your back to your own end zone.
They've turned it over twice, but yet they're only down by a field goal.
Yeah, I think you just keep giving the ball to Hoffmeister. Let him get you a little bit of room to operate.
3rd down and 4. Fitzgerald is out wide to the right. Godfrey, he's back. He'll throw it. Fitzgerald makes the catch. 1st down, Providence out to their 35-yard line. McNamara makes the tackle on the play. That is only the 2nd 1st down in this game for Providence. But that's huge, Kenny, because they get it out from their goal line, and they also have the ability to run some more time off the clock.
Right, it gets the room to operate. You see right there on the little slant there by Fitzgerald. He jumps in the air in between 2 defenders to come down with the 1st down for the Providence Celtics.
That was the best throw of the night so far by Godfrey. He made it with confidence. Back to the ground game we go. Hoffmeister right up the middle. He'll gain, it looks like he got about 3 yards out of that one to the 33, 2nd down and 7.
But it gives the ball to Hoffmeister. He goes right up the middle, runs into the offensive line. It just pushes his own offensive lineman out of the way. Boy, but look at that big offensive line.
They have some big dudes. Number 77, Jesse Long, 365 pounds.
Wow.
9 carries for Hoffmeister, 25 yards. He's going to get it a lot more. He gets the fake here. Godfrey rolls out, takes a look, and has his man complete to the 45-yard line. And that is his tight end, Nick Pavoda, who makes the catch. Another first down for the Celtics, and they are starting to move the ball.
They're starting to move the ball, and they're moving it passing. Here it is again, off the play action. Pavoda, your tight end, goes downfield right at the first down position, Jim. This is a running team, but they have been moving the ball through the air.
3 of 5 for 36 right now for Godfrey. He gave it to Kleisik, the first man through, maybe got a yard of the play. Basically, the ball hasn't hit the turf from Godfrey yet because he's only had 2 incompletions, but he's also had 2 interceptions.
And they're giving it to Kleisik, your first guy through. He's your blocking back there, but that's the second time tonight they've given him the ball to go through. Shake it up a little bit. And do we have some an equipment, or do we have an injury?
Second down, and Providence might have a chance to really run the clock down even if they don't score, but if they don't get good yardage here, Rita has plenty of time left to get the ball back. Godfrey, he'll hand off to Hoffmeister. Got a couple of very tough yards. Soria came up from the defensive backfield, put a big hit on Hoffmeister, but Hoffmeister is able to push the ball over midfield to the 49-yard line. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Providence with 4:48 remaining in the second quarter.
How strong is Hoffmeister as Soria comes flying in from the backfield to try to push him back, but he's still able to get a couple of yards out of it.
I'm really impressed by Godfrey, Kenny. Came out through a couple of picks. That would be enough to make a lot of high school quarterbacks, especially a sophomore, say, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I don't have it tonight. He's come back out. He's thrown a couple of bullets his last couple of throws.
He's shown a lot of poise.
3rd down and 4. Hoffmeister gets the carry. He gets close, but not close enough to the first down. Trace Shoup stops him about a yard short of the first down. It will be 4th down for Providence.
Well, he was just standing right there waiting for him, too. We see it again. Shoup. Watch Shoup, number 60 on your screen. Here's Hoffmeister. Look at Shoup just standing there waiting for him. Nobody blocked or touched Shoup. He just stands there waiting for him. He runs right into him, and he pushes him back for now a 4th and 2.
The clock will run. We're under 4 minutes remaining. Now Godfrey is over talking with his coaches right now and getting a play. Wonder if we might see Godfrey punt it here. You line up in a normal formation, just have him punt it away.
Have him drop back.
Let's see what they do. Fitzgerald comes out to the right.
Call a timeout.
Vovoda goes out to the left, and we will get a timeout called. And it is timeout Providence with 3:30 remaining in the first half. Okay, Godfrey has come out onto the field, but it looked like he was going to line up in a shotgun. Remember, it is 4th down and about 3. 4th down and 2 officially. Now Godfrey comes up under center. Godfrey's going to try and draw him offside. He'll call another timeout.
Another call a timeout.
Providence 75 yards of total offense. St. Rita 27. The coziest press box, shall we say, we visit every year.
Oh yes.
Here at St. Rita.
Yeah, home of Jim O'Boy.
You got to wedge yourself in, but it's a friendly group. You're welcome to. Okay, so now Providence will punt it away on 4th down and 2. They will wait a little bit, let it go. You got to be careful not to let your liner go down and do that. Soria is going to let it hit, and it takes a bit of a Rita bounce and goes out of bounds to 24 after a 23-yard punt. So St. Rita, 3:20 remaining on the clock. They have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, and they have a 3-0 lead.
So they take 2 timeouts trying to draw Rita out of bounds. Offsides. Didn't work, so they end up punting the ball.
And they have plenty of time remaining.
I would like to see them go right back to Kenny G on that one play again.
And Kenny G is lined up on the left, and he's going to be working against Troy Shepard. Thomas keeps it on the ground. Ministry broke a tackle, gets across the 30, finally out to the 37-yard line before he's finally dragged down from behind by Valentino. First down, St. Rita. It's only their 2nd first down of the game.
Well, Ministry is listed at 5'8", Jim, and I'm sure that's stretching it. But St. Rita, remember, they have those little running backs. You can see he goes right behind that big offensive line to the right side. Then he bounces back out to the left for the first down.
Ball sitting on the 38-yard line of St. Rita.
It has to be really difficult to see if you're a defensive lineman behind these big offensive guys.
You got those big cats and little running backs. That's been the case here at St. Rita for a few years now. Thomas, hands off. It's Ministry again, trying to find some room. Boy, did he get hit hard at the 41-yard line. Got turned around by Tony Petta after a gain of 3 yards.
Boy, Petta had a clean shot. You see Petta there in your screen. He had a clean shot.
2nd and 7 coming up from the St. Rita 41. We're now under 2.5 remaining. By the way, in case Rita might have to kick a field goal, the wind has dropped off considerably from what it was during the first quarter. Still coming out of the east a little bit, which is basically right parallel to the line of scrimmage as you're looking at your screen right now. Galladay is down at the bottom of your screen to the left side of the formation. Thomas looks that way, got it to him quickly, completion. That's out to the 47-yard line. He's going to be short of a first down by about a yard. That was Brian Forden over on the coverage.
What quick two-step drop, looking for Galladay all the way, Jim. Swings it out, but he's going to be just a little bit short.
Let's check that. That was Shepard that made the tackle. Shepard did well in the form tackling class. 3rd down and 1. St. Rita 0 for 4 on 3rd down so far tonight. 1.5 remaining.
0 for 4 on 3rd downs, Jim, but yet they still have the lead.
Okay, Galladay has a size mismatch on Shepard. Let's see where they go. Ajay is the up back, and Ministry is the setback. It goes to Ministry. He won't get there. Wow, this Providence defense is playing well.
Boy,
coming up and making the tackle was Nick Cimino. It will be 4th down and 1.
Wow. Boy, Nick Cimino, watch this, Jim. Look how quick he is off the ball. Coming to the left side of your screen, comes in untouched. Again, watch how quick he is. Just fights the blocker off, just pushes him out of the way. And next thing you know, he's in the backfield as he gets by Troy Johnson.
4th down and 2 for St. Rita. And let's see what they do here. They might very well just run the clock down. They might even go for it here.
With just about 30 seconds.
We have to on this side of the field,
You could take a chance and go for it here, and you would leave Providence with what, about 25 seconds, 20 seconds?
Get our offense on that
So
side.
let's see what they do.
They take their first time out.
Kukar into kick. Shepard is deep to receive the kick. Shepard will be looking to return this. Good kick again by Kukar. That will hit the turf of the 20, go out of bounds at about the 17-yard.
Yeah, I just think here, Jim, you just run a play, keep it on the ground.
Well, they're going to come out of the shotgun, which is kind of interesting. Godfrey back at his own 10-yard line. He will hand it off, and this is Hoffmeister trying to go wide and just making sure he hangs on to the football more than anything else. Clock will continue to run. Does not look like either team will make an effort to stop it. And a line them up and punch them in the mouth Catholic League Blue game so far.
They're going to try to get one more.
I have no idea why you would run a play here.
Yeah, they did not. It looked like they were going to.
They wanted Rita to think they would. Very interesting game so far. Hard hitting, lots of outstanding defense. And at the half, St. Rita currently 1-0 in the Catholic League Blue. They are leading Providence by a score of 3-0. Both of these teams come into this game with 3-1 records. Let's go down on the field and let's go visit with our good friend Mark Kruger. Mark?
All right, Jim, thank you very much. I'm here with Coach Kuska. Coach, you got the couple picks early on in this one. You kept Providence out of the end zone. You have to be pleased with the defensive effort.
Yeah, pleased with the defensive effort. We haven't taken advantage of that so offensively. You know, I think we left some points on the board, and you know, our defense is doing well. They're bailing us out a little bit and giving us opportunities, but we got to do a much better job in the second half of getting the ball in the end zone.
I was going to say only 2 first downs in that first half. How do you turn that around?
Well, we just go in and just talk about what we've worked all week long in practice. You know, we haven't executed the way we wanted to, and you know, we'll see come out with a little more intensity out there and hopefully get the job done.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Jim, back upstairs to you.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Packed house as usual on hand here at 79th and Western tonight. And at the half, it's St. Rita 3, Providence nothing on the CN100 Game of the Week.
Hello, Todd Kuska, St. Rita football head coach here. Just want to say hello to you guys, and because of the great response we've had from the St. Rita replays that we've been running on Friday nights, we thought it'd be a great opportunity to give everybody an opportunity to take and have one of these helmets at home with them in their man cave, on their dresser, on their bar, as kind of a remembrance to the glory days back when you guys were playing football. We have a limited amount of supply available. These will be refurbished helmets with brand new decals and everything, restriped for everybody, and it will be a great fundraiser for the St. Rita football program. $75 is the cost. You can find the link on our website, and we urge you to go ahead and take part in this fundraiser if you want to. There is a limited amount of supplies, so we look forward to this. Thanks for joining us on the Rita Replays. Look forward to seeing you guys all here at St. Rita watching football games as soon as possible. Go Mustangs!
Hi, welcome to St. Rita High School. My name is Ed Weiser, Director of Admissions here at St. Rita. I wanted to take a moment and invite all of our 8th graders out there to spend a shadow day here at St. Rita this fall. We know that it'll be a very unique fall for all of the schools, but we will be open here at Rita for shadow days, and our schedule is announced on our website. So come by one of these days and check out our school for an inside look as a shadow here at St. Rita. We also have great personal tour options, and you'll hear from Coach Russell about that next. Go Mustangs!
Hello everyone, my name is Roshan Russell. I'm a proud 2008 graduate of St. Rita High School. I'm the Director of Enrollment and Head Varsity Basketball Coach. I want to take this time to invite you to sign up for a personal tour here at St. Rita. We offer tours around the clock. We feel like it's one of the best ways to learn about our great institution. Our goal is when you leave to make sure that all your questions are answered. I also want to encourage you to check out our calendar of events, and you'll hear more about that from our Assistant Director of Admissions, Mike Swanson.
Hi, I'm Mike Swanson, Assistant Admissions Director here at St. Rita High School. This fall, we have a lot of exciting events planned for prospective students. So check us out at stritahs.com for our full calendar of events. And you can see the mini open houses we have planned and the specialty nights that are new this year, highlighting things like academics, athletics, fine arts, and student life. So again, visit stritahs.com and click on the admissions tab. Come and check us out on campus. We'd love to see you here soon.
You look at the scoreboard and say 3-0. Well, how good is that? Well, just watching these kids tackle and making plays on defense has been very entertaining. 2 turnovers, as we mentioned, for Providence, but just critical the fact that only 3 points came out of those 2 turnovers.
When's the last time a team had only 2 first downs in the first half, but yet still leading the ball game?
Thomas throwing the football 5 out of 8 for 16 yards. Godfrey 3 of 5 for 36 yards. But again, he has yet to have a pass hit the turf because he's completed 3 and he has had 2 picked off. So we're just about ready to go with the second quarter of play. Nick Beller will put it in play. And Nick is going to be kicking without the aid of any wind at all. And he'll decide to squib it and get it bouncing along the ground. It'll be taken by Verdon at the 5-yard line, and he's got some room down the sideline. Verdon across the 45, crosses midfield. Look at the convoy of the Rita guys taking Verdon all the way down to the 20-yard line before he's finally hauled down. Well, 61 yards on the return, Kenny, to get us started here in the second half.
Jim, they squib it so you don't have a chance to set up the return, but Verdon with a great blocking in front of him. Here it is again. You squib it so he can't get a big return, but boy, the line does a great job. Get a block there, and you go down the sideline, and there goes Mr. Verdon, 60-plus yards down the sidelines. What a great start for the Mustangs.
It was amazing watching that sea of red help Verdon on his way down the sideline. Great job by the St. Rita special teams. They set their offense up 1st and 10 from the Providence 20. Great field position, to say the least, for St. Rita to get it going here in the third quarter. Thomas will work under center, wants to throw, pump fake, got it to Galladay, and he spins and almost got away. Valentino did indeed get him, but it was a spin move to try and get away and a great catch.
But one thing about Galladay, we've saw this last week, Jim. When you hit him like you do here, you better bring him down and tie him up because his feet and legs are so quick. He has a great ability and a great knack for being able to spin out of tackles.
Down to the 7-yard line, 1st and goal for St. Rita.
Come down here, guys.
Galladay is left. Verdon is right.
And if you throw a fade to Galladay, he had the height advantage, but you want to put it in the corner where he would be the only one to be able to get it.
Lombard is the deep back. He'll get the carry, and there's Providence defense once again. And once again, it's Cimino that makes the tackle. That's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
Boy, their defense has just answered every challenge tonight. Look at Cimino. Just able to fight off the blockers, and he has done this all night, Jim.
Cimino is a product of the Plainfield Junior Cats youth football program.
That's close to Joliet, right?
2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line. That is.
I don't get out that way much.
And when you do go out that way, you usually get lost.
Yeah, without question.
Out of the shotgun for St. Rita, McCormick, number 2, is in at quarterback. McCormick, he will run it, has a little bit of blocking in front of him, and again, he runs into a wall right in the middle of the Providence defense. And that time, it was Vince Ambrose, number 63, making the tackle.
Tom McCormick, your second-string quarterback, coming in out of the shotgun, Jim, and he had absolutely nowhere to go.
So the ball is on the 7. It's 3rd down and goal from the 7.
Scott Thomas is back.
0 of 5 on 3rd down in the game for St. Rita. Galladay goes out to the right. Verdon is in the slot to the right. Crum is out to the left. Thomas is back in at quarterback. And we will get a timeout called, and it will be taken by the Providence Celtics. 3rd down and goal from the 7. Thomas in at quarterback. He will look. He will throw, and that was knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, he was looking for Galladay in the corner.
I think it's Nick Hearn that got it.
Here it is again. Let's see who gets it.
Yep, Nick Hearn.
Puts that big arm up. Here you'll see it from the top. Nick Hearn, number 88, in your screen with that right hand. As he was looking for Galladay going to the left side. But Hearn, and that's why you jump, Jim, and put your hands up. You never know, you get a piece of the ball.
So Kelly from the left hash mark is going to attempt a 25-yard field goal. He was good earlier from 42. No wind to speak of. The kick is up, and it will be good. 6-0 St. Rita. So Providence, after having 2 passes picked off and giving up a big kickoff return to start this 3rd quarter, they still are down by less than 1 score.
And if you're Providence, you have to be pretty happy because St. Rita marches the opening kickoff 63 yards to start the 2nd half, and they just get a field goal. Here it is again, and this one into the parking lot with his leg. He had plenty of distance. Providence really needs something big to happen on offense, though. They have just not been able to get anything going.
Kelly will let this one fly. Petta is deep to receive, and Petta's going to have to make a tough catch here. Did at the 7. Petta starts out the return. It's set up to his right. He gets around the corner, out to the 29-yard line, taking down. And one of the things you see out of St. Rita, these guys really know how to tackle. Great play making the tackle by Dan Ladd. And there we are all the way at the left end of the press box.
So the headphones are working.
Jake Godfrey, he's the backup. Chris Salazar not playing because of a concussion. Godfrey rolls, has Fitzgerald wide open secondary, and he got him down at the St. Rita 36-yard line. Big play by the Providence offense, and they have it in St. Rita territory after a 35-yard completion.
Boy, Fitzgerald off the play action. Here he is again, gets behind Jack Sura. He had to wait for the ball. Actually, he was so wide open, Jim, he had to stop and wait for the ball. Here it is again, right into your living room. Now watch, he'll just stop and wait for the ball. A little underthrown, but what a great catch.
The Celtics in business.
They needed this.
Kleisick, he will take it up the middle. He'll get about 1 yard. He ran into Will McNamara. Gain of 1 of the play. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Let's go to Mark Kruger. Mark.
Hey, Jim, just to follow up on your comment about the tradition of Providence, the 3 wins this year, already they got more wins this year than they did the entire season last year, which they went 2-7. But of course, they had a lot of injuries, Jim, and they missed the postseason for the first time in 19 years. As that pass is picked off, Jim, back to you.
And it could go for 6. And it's Kukar who's taking it all the way in. Interception, 70-yard return for a touchdown. St. Rita leads it 12-0.
big play on a defensive end. There's been a defensive battle. Matt Kukar with the big pick, the third pick of the night for St. Rita.
Kukar was looking at Godfrey the whole way, saw where he was going to the football, and he was going full speed when he caught this football.
And you see, he's going full speed. He just jumps right in front. Godfrey, what he did, Jim, he never took his eyes off the receiver. He never took his eyes off of his intended receiver, and Kukar is off to the races and into the end zone.
Max Kukar, his second interception of the season. And that is the third interception of the game. Rita will go for 2 here, up 12-0. 3 receivers out to the right. Galladay is out to the left. You would suspect it's going to be a fade pattern over to Galladay, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
Thomas looks, fade pattern. Galladay comes back, and it was broken up. The ball maybe thrown a hair behind him. 2-point conversion attempt is no good. Pretty good defensive play in the coverage by Troy Shepard. Providence's total offense double that of St. Rita at 113.
Providence gets a couple of big plays, Jim.
Yep.
That's exactly what they need. You get a big play. But again, the good defense of St. Rita has answered every challenge so far tonight.
Nick Goldsmith is in to kick it away for St. Rita. He'll drive it low, and that's a nice catch by Petta back at the 4-yard line. Petta looking for his blocking, slips down at the top of the 18, and it will be first down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Should we press box by then?
Yeah, we hope so.
First down and 10. Hoffmeister carries, and McNamara was down there, and also at the bottom of the pile was Shoup. And let's also give credit to Spell Shakir, who was also there to make the tackle.
Boy, I've been very impressed with Shoup.
Yeah,
he's big, he's quick, he's had a really, really good game.
Second down and 8. The ball sitting right on the 20-yard line. Godfrey rolling right, throws back across the grain. The ball was in and out of the hands of Avoda, and very nearly another pick for Kukar.
Boy, he threw that in traffic. He's going for Mitch Pagoda. He's throwing on the run, Jim, and he throws that into a lot of red shirts. He throws a little bit behind him. Here it is again off the play action. He's just rolling. Now you see he leaves his feet to throw, and he throws that into a lot of traffic as Dan Fitzgerald is there to break it up.
Third down and 8 from the 20. Providence 0 of 4 on third down. Flags down, and for Godfrey, it was a good thing for him that Pat O'Connor heard the whistle. This is the first assessed penalty of the game. We had a flag go down in the first half.
Dead ball foul. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Well, it looks like what's happening right now is what you see a lot of times when a team is an underdog, is they hang in there for a little while, but then all of a sudden the scale starts to tip and then the mistakes start to come. And Providence now facing third down and 13.
Definitely a passing situation.
Vovoda is out by himself to the right. Fitzgerald is out to the left in a slot left. Godfrey hands it off. Hoffmeister will carry. McNamara trying to pull the ball free. And then finally Hoffmeister taken down at the 18-yard line. It's going to be fourth down and 10. So Providence opponent away.
And McNamara was really going for the ball, Jim.
The signal getting
He
up
was
here.
really trying to strip that ball.
Hoffmeister, 14 carries, 37 yards. So it's about 2.5 yards a carry.
In the passing situation, they decide to run it. Get a little room for your punter.
Marcus Sovic is in the punt, and Verdon is standing at the Providence 45-yard line. Marcus Sovic, little sidewinder kick. That one's going to be a short one. Verdon takes it at the 38-yard line. And another great example of form tackling by the Providence Celtics as Justin Slattery comes up and makes the stop. But St. Rita, they've had unbelievable field position here in the second half. This is the second time they'll get the ball there. Their first drive started at 20. This one will start at 38.
Boy, that's textbook tackling, too. That is textbook tackling.
There was Ryan Perkel who made the tackle. 34 now, 24. Now it's time for St. Rita, if they can, to really take control of this football game. They'll go with 3 wides left. And Thomas will work out of the shotgun. Thomas back to throw. Flag down. I think one of the Rita receivers left early. Ball up for grabs, incomplete. Let's see exactly what the call is.
Well, also probably the wrong pattern, because there was not a red shirt in the vicinity of their ball.
And I'll go back over and see what happens.
Okay. Illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
Well, it was illegal before anybody moved.
Yeah. Because the wide receivers did move.
So 6:58 remaining in the third quarter. St. Rita has 3 takeaways in the game. Of course, as the turnovers mount, the more difficult it becomes to win. 5 is the magic number. You get to 5, you almost never win. Penalty was declined. 2nd down and 10. Thomas, fake, rolls, takes a look, wanted to go downfield, and he's going to be sacked back at the 43-yard line. Valentino was in the neighborhood. Jack Forden was the one who got him.
Yeah, Jack Forden was the one to get him, Jim. He had time. He had good blocking for a while, then that pocket just collapsed. And watch Forden come in. Here it is again. Now watch the time. He had plenty of time here, rolling, then that pocket just collapsed before he's brought down by Forden.
Very important for St. Rita to just take care of the football. You're up by 2 scores. The other team hasn't scored. Your defense is playing great. And just be careful with the football. Even if you don't get a first down here, as long as you don't turn it over, you're all right. St. Rita 0 for 6 on 3rd down in the game. Galladay is out to the left, and Shepard, his buddy, comes with him. We have 3 receivers to the left, and
timeout, St. Rita.
We will get a timeout. They had 10 players on the field, I think.
So you had 10 on the field. They noticed it. They called a timeout.
CN100 presents Prep Profile, an insight into today's high school student athletes. Here's a sneak peek at Zach Soria of St. Rita.
Not necessarily artists. I like genres. I listen to country, rock, and hip hop. Hip hop and rock mostly before games, and then when I'm just everyday life, probably country, just because I don't really need to get pumped up too much for everyday life.
To view Zach's entire profile, go to On Demand, click Get Local, and then CN100.
I love that everyday life. I don't need to get pumped up.
Zach does not look anything like the type of football player here. We've seen him make some great plays and some big hits the last couple of weeks. Very calm young man off of the football field.
You know, I don't even know what an iPod is, but whatever it is, he has hip-hop country on it.
3rd down and 15 for St. Rita. Galladay is all the way out to the left. Verdon comes in to provide some extra blocking. Thomas goes back against the grain. Lombard has the screen. Lombard has some room. He has a first down. Now trying to see if he can get closer to the end zone. Goes down to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Rita.
Well, watch the block, though, by Alex Zelsky. That sets it up. Here they go back for the screen. You get it to him. Now watch Zelsky with the big block right there. Number 70. That was his block, and that was the one that opened it up. Here it is again, Jim. Now you see the screen? Watch Zelsky right there. There's your block. He goes around to the outside corner for the first down. Great screen by the Mustangs.
Ball sitting right on the 18-meter line. Ministry, he will carry, goes off right guard, didn't get very far, ends up getting thrown back, and making the tackle on the play was Jack Ford.
Vince Ambrose makes contact.
You're a soccer guy. That's the 18-meter line.
Yep, that's the 18-meter line. Up top of the penalty area. The way they call soccer now, unless there's an autopsy, there's no such thing as a foul in the box. St. Rita marching.
Mustangs offense looking for their first touchdown of the game.
2nd and 8. Thomas under center. He looks, throws quickly, and that ball is picked off. The Celtics come up with a really needed turnover. And it was picked off by Troy Shepard.
Boy, Troy Shepard's been everywhere that Galladay goes. There was a quick drop looking for Galladay, and watch Shepard. Jim, watch the timing by Shepard. 1 step, 2 step back, and watch Shepard just jump right in front. Comes away with the pick. 1 step back, watch Shepard. Jumps right in front of Galladay to come up with the pick. Here it again, dives right in front with the pick.
Providence moves quickly. Brendan Price, he'll get the carry, takes it out to about the 15-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 3. It will be 2nd down and 7. So Providence still kicking, down 12-0. Getting late now in the 3rd quarter, but they must get some points.
Yeah, they need to get points. The St. Rita offense haven't scored a touchdown. They have 2 field goals. The defense with the touchdown.
Officially 2nd down and 6. Price stays in the game. Fitzgerald comes out to the right. Handoff. Price has a little bit of room. Price into the 2nd level. He'll have a 1st down. Gets out to the 30-yard line before he's thrown down. Ryan Leonard makes the tackle.
But it looked like McNamara had a great shot at him. He was able to jump around McNamara. Watch right here. See, McNamara comes right through, and he just gets around McNamara right side. It looked like McNamara had a good shot at him. 17 yards and 2 carries by Price.
6th 1st down of the game for Providence. They need to keep possession. They got something working with Price. He dances away from the line of scrimmage, but you may get by Will McNamara initially, but he'll get you the 2nd time, and that was a nice play by McNamara to stay with Price.
Yeah, you're not going to get by him twice. If you get by him the 1st time, you better enjoy it and get the big yards. But there you get a good look at Mr. McNamara. You're not going to get by him twice.
He is the leading tackler on the St. Rita defense. Providence moving quickly, trying to up the pace of the game just a little bit. Godfrey hands off Price, his 3rd carry in a row, and McNamara again makes the tackle. Now we'll give him a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Boy, what a tough yard he got, because McNamara has really cranked it up the last 2 plays. Watch 44 red McNamara. Just comes right into your screen from the right side and says, you're not going to get much here tonight.
And I would have to imagine that Elmore and Kukar and Soria and Leonard are really looking for an opportunity to pick it off. Godfrey's been picked off 3 times already. Fitzgerald is on top of the screen. Soria is on him. Vovoda in motion, all sorts of finger pointing. Flag goes up, and I think the signal is procedure on Providence.
False start. The offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
This now is an incredibly dangerous down for Providence, because you've got some big linemen that are going to be rushing, and you have some ball-hawking defensive backs that are going to be looking for an opportunity to pick it off at 3rd and 10.
And Jim, you had mentioned that the Celtics had been speeding the game up, and that time your offensive line moved as they try to speed the game up.
Inside of 2.5 remaining. Kukar, bottom part of the screen. He'll be singled up on Fitzgerald. Providence keeping in a lot of guys to block. Godfrey throws. Fitzgerald tipped. Kukar got it again. 4th interception of the game by St. Rita. The Mustangs take over at the Providence 44-yard line. It was in Fitzgerald's hands for a moment. Would have been a tough catch. Came up in the air, but what a great pick by Kukar.
What a great pick by Kukar on the slant. There it is. You can see right into Fitzgerald's off of his fingertips. Here it is again, off the fingertips, and there's Kukar with his 2nd pick of the night.
And his 3rd pick of the season.
Well, it would have been a tough catch for Fitzgerald. Goes off of his fingertips, and Kukar with a nice diving catch.
Now to the ground game goes St. Rita. Lombard carries, maybe got a couple of yards. And the wind, by the way, has flipped around. It's now coming out of the west. We are supposed to get some rain overnight. I heard not before the game got going. Kukar's having a big night. 3 interceptions. Net punting average of 36 yards. I lobbied for the kicker to be player of the game last week and didn't get it, so I'm just going to kind of keep my mouth shut now. I don't want to jinx him. 2nd down and 9 for St. Rita. They would really like to just bleed it a little bit here. Down the sideline, looking for Galladay, and boy, coming over and making a really nice defensive play from a long way away was Tony Petta.
Boy, Tony Petta did a great job, Jim, coming over, as you said, from the other side of the field, looking for Galladay. He's their top receiver, and boy, look at Petta, just gets a tip of his fingers on it to touch it away.
Petta may have actually knocked that away from Shepard, to tell you the truth. Shepard looked like he had pretty good position. Third down coming up. 1 out of 7 on third down for St. Rita.
But yet they're still leading the ball game 12-0.
Thomas is 7 out of 14. He's been picked once. Galladay goes out to the right. Verdon's going to be in the slot to the right, so double wide, double slot for St. Rita. See if Verdon and Galladay run a little two-man game. Straight drop back. Look over the middle, and that was tipped. And it was tipped by Brian Ford. The ball went winging by Ford. He just stuck his paw out and deflected the football. St. Rita will have to punt. 1:19 remaining in the third quarter.
And again, the St. Rita offense struggling to get points on the board. They do a great job, the Celtics, getting hands up, jumping, falling back, jump, and just get the tip of the ball. It's a couple of times tonight we've seen the defenders just get their fingertips on the ball to knock it away from the St. Rita receiver.
St. Rita still has yet to get 100 yards total offense in this game.
Keep walking.
So Kukar into punt, done everything else tonight. This is a pretty good kick if he gets the spin. And he doesn't have to wait for the spin because fair catch called for a 32-yard punt, but a great kick that puts Providence at their own 11-yard line after Shepard calls for the fair catch. St. Rita's schedule, they went out of state for opponents for their first 2 games, won 1, lost 1, then beat Fenwick and Brother Rice. But look at the last 2 games on the schedule for St. Rita, and those last 2 weeks could very well decide the Catholic League Blue title. Mount Carmel, and then the last Saturday of the season, while they're making the pairings, they'll play at Loyola on Saturday afternoon. Price runs, doesn't get much. Maybe got out to the 11-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play. It will be 2nd down and 9 as we approach the final minute of the third quarter.
Well, Price has been a workhorse this quarter for the Providence Celtics.
Here is the thing that I really think, Kenny, is the main difference in the game. Providence has never had decent field position in this game.
Right.
And if you're trying to beat St. Rita by driving the ball a long way on them, you're going to make it awfully difficult on yourself.
Right, it's almost impossible to lead a couple of really big plays.
Godfrey is in the shotgun, but Price is back there as well. No direct snap. It goes to Godfrey. Back to pass, screens it out. Little low, and that ball hit the turf incomplete.
Well, they had the screen set up too, but it was just a little bit short. Underthrown was Brandon Price. They had the screen set up beautifully. He had the blockers in front, but the ball was just a little bit underthrown.
3rd down and 9 coming up. Godfrey is 4 out of 10 with 4 picks.
Sophomore quarterback making his first varsity start on the road at St. Rita on homecoming.
The thing I love about Godfrey so far, Kenny, he's got a really short memory. He's still flinging it.
He's not bashful.
3rd and 9, Providence 0 for 6 on 3rd. Godfrey rolls. He has no rush, but he's a lot of people back defending down the middle of the field.
What a catch.
And that is caught at midfield. A great catch off a beautiful throw. It's Chad Weaver at midfield after a 39-yard reception. Hard to believe that after turning over 4 times, Providence still in this game.
Well, he's not a bashful young man to be in his first start. But watch the catch, though, by Rita. Goes right between the defenders down the middle of the field and just comes diving in for the catch.
Looked like the catch that Galladay made last week at Brother Rice, didn't it?
Exactly.
1st and 10 from midfield for Providence. They'll get 1 more playoff in this half. They screen it. Price had to go way up in the air to make that catch. Price is only 5'6" to begin with. And it ends up being a loss of 2 in the play, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. St. Rita, not a lot of offense, but some big plays on defense. They lead at 12-0 at the end of 3 quarters. Let's go to Mark Kruger.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. I'm here with Dr. Jerry Greco, class of 1972. You know, he first attended St. Rita football games back in 1968, and now some 43 years later and 501 consecutive St. Rita games, here he is tonight. Dr. Greco, first off, thank you for stopping by. 501 consecutive St. Rita games. Why such a passion for St. Rita football?
It's a love affair over 43 years.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the most memorable games. What is the most memorable game that you've attended?
It was a 7 overtime win against Brother Rice right here in this stadium several years ago.
Now, during the pregame, there's a pregame nice little ceremony. You received a nice plaque. Tell us a little bit about that.
There was commemorating all 501 games, and I just love being here on the sidelines.
Now, during 501, I mean, there was a time where you must have been a little bit under the weather, a little sick. The weather must have been bad, and you kind of contemplating, but yet you made every single one, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about some of the weather. You're not feeling very well. I'm sure there had to be a time when you weren't feeling very well.
Well, I had bad influenza. I had the bird flu a few years ago, and I was here all 3 games, even though I was quite sick.
Now, you don't live like 2 or 3 blocks away. Tell us where you're coming from.
I come from Bloomington, Illinois.
Wow. All right. Now, you're a doctor. You don't have surgery tomorrow morning, do you?
Not tomorrow.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right. We'll see you at 600, all right?
Absolutely.
All right, Jim, back upstairs to you.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. And one of the things about all these schools in the Catholic League Blue, they have some passionate alums, some passionate fans that have followed these teams for a long, long time.
501 straight games.
Third down coming up for Providence. Early fourth quarter. Godfrey wanted to screen it. McNamara didn't buy it, and Godfrey just heaves that thing out of bounds.
I think if I saw McNamara coming at me, I would throw it out of bounds too.
Yeah, because McNamara doesn't miss.
Yeah, he had a clean shot too.
So we have a flag down on the play, and that's likely going to be grounding on Godfrey because he had nobody anywhere near over there. He just hucked that thing out of bounds.
Hampton. It's a loss of down.
So the loss of down.
So they will chat with the captains, and they'll look over to Todd Kuska and tell them what to do.
Got it. Intentional grounding on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Loss of.
Now, at the end of the quarter, here is the catch at midfield, and that's why Providence had actually pretty good field position to start the fourth quarter.
Well, that is just unbelievable. Diving catch there by Weaver. He just goes right through the defender and just dives right for the ball.
Penalty is 5 yards from the spot, so they will move Providence back to their own 40-yard line.
There you see Father Tom along with a good doctor. What's more impressive, 501 consecutive St. Rita games or 52 consecutive White Sox in a row?
I'd go with, if you're coming from Bloomington, I would go with the 500 St. Rita games. Because for one thing, it's in the fall when the weather might not be the greatest.
And you're coming from Bloomington.
Well, plus the fact, too, that punt goes out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Rita. They have the ball on their own 40-yard line. Thomas steps back, looks, flings it down the sideline. Galladay, that ball is picked off. An interception along the far sideline. It was intended for Galladay, and it was picked off by Troy Shepard.
Boy, Shepard has been everywhere where Galladay has been today. Galladay, of course, is the big play guy for St. Rita. Here it is again. Boy, look at the time. He has plenty of time, but see, he never looks off of Galladay. He goes right to him, and there you see the interception.
And by the way, it's just started to rain here. You want to know how I know?
How do you know?
Well, because the hatch to go up for the coaches, I'm standing right underneath it in the press box, and I'm getting rained on, folks. So rain falling a little bit here at St. Rita after the interception. Price will take it. No gain on the play. In making the tackle is Shoot.
But one thing Scott Thomas is going to have to do, Jim, is look off his receiver. Because he's just looking right at Galladay, who, of course, is your big play guy. But if you never take your eye off of him, the defensive backs know that's where the ball is coming.
The Rita defense, you just get the feeling that they smell the kill right here. They are really crowding the line of scrimmage. And they get Hoffmeister before he gets going. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 coming up.
There you can see the rain. That's a good shot there. You can see the rain coming down.
All right, the The guys in the press box here at St. Rita are the best, man. They jump up, put the hatch down. They don't want to hear me complain for the next 10 minutes and 9 seconds. So they just said, all right, we're playing this line and we'll shut the door.
Now we get no air in the press box.
Getting a little chilly out there too, Kenny. Godfrey back to throw, and he will be taken down at the 30-yard line. That was Dan Fitzgerald that got him on the sack.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 44. That's 24. Dan Fitzgerald comes flying through.
And that may be just enough to get Rita the victory, to tell you the truth.
Boy, watch Fitzgerald from the right side. Nobody gets him. Nobody blocks him. As Hoffmeister tried, he just walks right around Hoffmeister.
Weaver, who had the great catch just moments ago, is going to come into punt. And again, he'll go with the sideway. That's a good punt. Soria wisely calls for a fair catch. Possession is everything right now for St. Rita. And the Mustangs will have it at their own 37-yard line. There was some yapping going on between Fitzgerald and one of the Mustangs, and a flag went up.
It was Fitzgerald and Kukar was trying to walk away.
So let's see.
Max, good job. Max on the bench.
They were going at each other.
Red ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the ticket. Penalty enforced from the stop.
So that's going to take the ball up into Providence territory.
Okay, here it is again. Here's your punt to the left of your screen. See the guys
right there, right at the 40-yard line.
And they keep going at each other.
Okay, we get a little wrestling. These are two good wrestling schools, by the way, so they get a little wrestling in when the flag goes up.
I don't know about the flag, but I'm not down there. I don't know what he said.
St. Rita really a chance to put it away.
Yeah, but remember, their offense has yet to put a touchdown on the board.
A drive here that results in almost any kind of points, and they'll find themselves in very good shape. Lombard is the lone running back. Thomas will work out of the shotgun. And he's got Galladay singled up the top of the screen. They keep it on the ground. Lombard, nice run, takes it down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. Second down and 2 coming up.
Lombard.
Now remember, I'll get that in a second.
Here's Lombard. Look at the hole by the offensive line, Jim. Those guys have done a great job tonight opening the hole at the point of attack.
Now remember, when these two teams met last year, it was late in the year, and it was plainly evident by that time of the year Providence was struggling, and Rita was rolling, but yet that game in New Lenox that night, Rita had a fight on their hands, and the game went down to the end before St. Rita finally got out with a win. And for some reason, it just appears that Providence is a pretty good matchup for St. Rita. Thomas fakes, gets swallowed up, lost all the way back to the 47-yard line. Nice tackle on the play by Nick Cimino.
Well, Nick Cimino has been a name you've called a lot tonight. Your senior defensive linebacker. Nobody went for the fake by Thomas. Watch Cimino. He doesn't buy the fake. To the left of your screen, he didn't buy the fake. He's just standing there waiting for Thomas as his offensive line. Everybody went to the right. Nobody's there to the left. Cimino standing there waiting for Thomas.
Third down and 8. Coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The umbrellas come out as the rain continues to fall here at 79th and Western. And Galladay is the lone receiver right in the middle of the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers to the left. Valentino showing blitz for Providence, and we get a whistle and a flag. There's going to be delay of game.
Delay of game on defense, 5-yard penalty.
Well,
third down.
We've talked about the fact that the Rita guys have made 4 picks, but now Shepard's made a couple on his own. So interesting call coming up here on 3rd down and 14, because really, if you're saying Rita, if you punt it away and you're going to make Providence cover the length of the field twice in 7.5 minutes, pretty tall order.
Pretty tall order. And remember, though, Shepard has been all over Galladay.
And Shepard is on Galladay right now. They are at the bottom of the screen. Thomas, he'll hand it off, and Lombard will run it. Possession is everything. Cimino makes the tackle, and Lombard ended up getting back up to about the 47-yard line, so St. Rita will be more than satisfied to punt it away with 7.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, they'll just be happy to punt it away and just give it to the defense to hold this 12-0 lead.
And Kukar has been outstanding punting it away, and he's going to have another chance to try and pin Providence down. Shepard is deep to receive the kick. So let's see how Kukar decides to play this. He's gone with the high punts and let the coverage get down. He's also gone with lower ones to try to get a little roll. Let's see what he does here. The wind is hurting him from the bottom of the screen.
Take a long count.
Kukar. He will punt it toward the corner. It will hit at about the 20. Takes a St. Rita bounce. And will go out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Again, Providence with lousy field position to get a drive start. To view Troy's profile, go to On Demand, click Get Local, and then CN 100. First down and 10 for Providence. And that pass was caught by Godfrey. It was knocked down by O'Connor.
Wow. You always talk about putting your hands up to try to knock it down. And here it is again. Boy, he just goes right up and just tips it right down.
Godfrey saw the ball go out of his hand, and then O'Connor just reached out, tried to tip it from one hand to the other, couldn't pull it off.
Oh, that would have been a thing of beauty because he tried to tip it to his other hand.
And by the way, that's a loss of 10 on the play.
As he caught the ball.
Providence really in a hole right now. Godfrey hands it off. Providence is trying to get a little breathing room. Carry by Price. Takes it out to about the 9-yard line. It is going to be 3rd down and 15.
And Mr. McLemore at the bottom of that pile. And Providence really needs to get something going here, Jim. As you take a look at our truck, Andy Zilkowski in there with our crew. Benny's in there.
Well, the guys in there are loving it because they're out of the rain, but the guys on top of the press box, they're getting rained on. They do the best job. They're the guys who battle the weather.
Yeah, they move. Well, you can see the entire backfield for Providence put their heads back like, oh, they saw the line move.
The rain coming down as hard as it has since it started raining at the beginning of the 4th quarter. A lot of rain tonight. First night of fall, a little chill in the air. We're inside, we have to deal with it, Kenny. Now, here's something interesting, Kenny, and I've been thinking about this for a while. I don't want to say anything, but is it possible for St. Rita to win this game and not have 100 yards of total offense? They're at 87 right now.
Well, it's very possible. Oh, they show blitz.
Godfrey throws down the middle, and that'll be picked off. That is picked off, and it's Ryan Leonard looking for the end zone. Touchdown, St. Rita. Second time they returned an interception for a touchdown in this game, and the Mustangs lead it 18-0.
Well, the blitz came from the right side, Jim, and they saw it. He put it up again. He throws their ball. He puts a lot of air under it. He throws like an arch. And Leonard was right there. See, now watch the right side of your screen. See your blitz coming from the side there? See your blitz there by Brennan. And then you just pick it right off. And Leonard goes into the end zone from the left side. He saw the blitz coming from the right side by Brennan. Leonard there to pick it off. Another touchdown by the defense of St. Rita.
And St. Rita has reached the magic number, 5 takeaways. And trust me when I tell you, you turn it over 5 times, you do not win. It just doesn't happen.
And the fans on the far side of the field are heading for the exits as the point after is good. Wow, look at this rain.
Coming down and coming down hard.
But no lightning, which is the good thing.
Well, we were here for the police and fire game back in the spring for the CN 100 game of the week. We had a little lightning that day. Kelly will kick it. He will again go to the near side, and taking it on the run is Petta. He'll bring it up to the 34-yard line, and Rita will have defense starting from 34. Okay.
All right, St. Rita with
Elmore
5 picks.
gets it going.
Elmore gets it going. That's not a surprise.
And then this was Leonard's first.
Nice dive in there by Leonard.
And then the Max Kuker show starts.
Oh,
That's a 75-yard return for a touchdown.
He's off to the races.
And then this is Kuker with the Polomalu type of interception.
And here's Leonard. Boy, look at him just lobbed that ball up so high. And that goes in for a touchdown.
Providence on the ground. Hoffmeister gets the carry. Got about 4 yards. And the thing the Rita defense wants to do now, keep everybody in front of you and keep that clock moving. 2nd down and 6.
Just keep the clock moving if you're St. Rita.
Hoffmeister, 16 carries, that has netted 46 yards. That's under 3 yards a carry. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining. What has been a rapidly paced game. Hoffmeister, right side, tries to try to get to the first down marker. He's going to be short by about a yard.
Well, even more importantly, if you're St. Rita, not only is he short getting to that first down marker, but he stays in bounds. They want to keep that clock moving.
I'm telling you, we may get there because we could run the clock down much more than Rita can start taking a knee. I haven't been this excited about anything since Willowbrook kept the ball for that whole quarter that one night at York High School. And they'll keep it on the ground again. Hoffmeister carries, and it looks like he's got a, yes he does, he's got a first down. They'll spot it at the 45, 1st and 10 coming up for Providence.
Yeah, second effort. That was the one to get it.
And the rain just pelting down right now.
Boy, it's coming down hard.
.3:15 remaining in the 4th quarter. St. Rita trying to finish off a marvelous defensive effort tonight. Hoffmeister, he'll carry it right side. Got a couple of yards, hauled down from behind, kept in bounds. Clock will continue to run.
Well, let's not overlook the defensive effort by Providence.
No.
Because St. Rita's offense has not put a touchdown on the board.
And most important thing now, dry footballs.
There you go.
The bag of footballs.
Keep them dry.
2nd down and 7 with 2:42 to go. Up the middle, it will be Hoffmeister. He goes into St. Rita territory to the 48-yard line where McNamara stopped, and 3rd down coming up. I thought it only ever rained at Brother Rice. Seems like every time we go to Brother Rice, it rains.
Yeah, it has never rained on us here at St. Rita.
Even when we go and do games at Macaulay in the spring for basketball, it rains.
It rains.
Which, that's right across the parking lot. That counts too.
Boy, this is pretty good rain.
Yeah, it's raining as hard as we've ever seen it rain during the game.
Wow.
3rd down and 4. I'm telling you, they almost got him. Handoff, Hoffmeister. He will have a first down and more. He stays on his feet, and Elmore is finally going to drag him down at the 30-yard line. And what that does is that very likely will guarantee that Rita will not get 100 yards in total offense.
There you see. Now watch the great second efforts. He keeps his legs moving, his feet moving, and just spins out of the tackle and before he's driven out of bounds.
Hoffmeister, 21 carries, 78 yards. Inside of 2 minutes remaining. Providence trying to get something on the board here. Hoffmeister will carry again, and he gets taken down rather rudely on that play. Tackle on the play for St. Rita made by Tom Kaiser.
Kaiser really put him down. No one blocked him. Kaiser just standing there and said, oh, look who's coming into my way.
Hoffmeister has 7 carries on this drive. That is every play from scrimmage.
Well, so far on this coaches, so we need to get out of the way, or else we will drown.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming down out of the ceiling, and they're gonna be all white balls in the turf, and Godfrey able to fall on it back at the 36-yard line. And the next time the ball gets snapped, we will be inside of a minute remaining.
Well, we may see that for the remainder of the night, Jim, with this rainstorm. That ball's going to be extremely slippery.
So the St. Rita Mustangs, they go on the road last week, get a last-minute win over Brother Rice. And tonight they just slug it out on defense. They return 2 interceptions for touchdowns. And they are going to go to 2-0 in the Catholic League Blue. In their remaining 2 Catholic League Blue games are their last 2 games of the year. They will play home against Mount Carmel, and then they will play at Loyola to finish the regular season off. Celtics run it again, get it inside the 30, the 28-yard line, and that very likely is going to be the final snap of the game.
Great defensive battle, great defensive effort by St. Rita, but don't underestimate the defensive battle that was put up by Providence.
St. Rita goes to 4-1. Providence will drop to 3-2 And just look at the schedule for Providence, and they are going to have to hustle to get their 5 wins and get in. But I'll tell you, if you're playing the Catholic League Blue, you go into the playoffs 5-4, you very well can make a run, and that will do it. So the St. Rita Mustangs do not get to 100 yards in total offense. It doesn't make a difference. They end up winning it tonight over Providence Catholic. Our final score, St. Rita 19, Providence nothing. We're back to wrap it up in a moment here on the CN100 Game of the Week. After tonight's win, let's go down on the field. Mark Kruger standing by with our player of the game. Mark?
Max Kirkar with a couple of picks as the St. Rita defense, certainly the headlines tonight as they have 5 picks and shut out the Providence Catholic Celtics. Max, first off, congratulations on a great win.
Oh, thank you very much.
Defense certainly stepped up. Talk about the performance tonight.
Our defense is always solid. We come out and we play hard. We do our jobs. We strive to get the ball back to our offense so they can do their jobs. We're big on unity here at St. Rita, and we do our jobs, they do our jobs, we feed each other, and that's how our defense works. We give the ball back to the offense, and they do their thing, we do our thing, and that's how we win games.
Personally for you, great night, the 2 picks. How about the pick 6? Talk to us about that.
The whole week we were expecting for them to throw those out, so we put in a special coverage so that we can jump that, and it worked. So we got what we were looking for, and we were really happy with the results.
As far as the conference goes, this was a huge win for you guys. You remain undefeated, and this puts you in a very good position to win the conference, but it's a long ways away, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We've got 2 very tough rivals coming up, Loyola and Mount Carmel, and we're going to have to keep on coming out to practice and working hard so that we can beat them and take the Catholic League Blue.
All right, Max, congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
All right, Jim, back upstairs to you.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. 5 times the St. Rita defense got the ball back for their offense tonight. And here's our play of the game, and this is the way most of the points got scored by St. Rita on pick 6s. And this is the one that was the first one of the game by Max Kukar, takes into the end zone, 75-yard interception return for a touchdown. You talk about the definition of jumping a route, Ken.
And there it is, jumping a route, jumps right in front, and he's just gone down the sidelines as he knew the path was coming. The quarterback never looked off his receiver, and he's all the way into the end zone, some 70 yards later.
So the Mustangs with a huge win tonight as they defeat Providence 19-0.
Hello, welcome back, and thanks for joining us on Rita Replays. As we wrap up that game, a great victory against Providence 19-0, highlighted by the defense and the special teams. Next week's opponent is a special week for us as we kick off Spirit Week here at St. Rita. We'll be hosting and honoring our rivalry against Mount Carmel for 7 nights in a row. So Monday night will be the first one. Thanks for joining us again. We'll see you next week. Hello, Todd Kuska, St. Rita football head coach here. Just want to say hello to you guys, and because of the great response we've had from the St. Rita replays that we've been running on Friday nights, we thought it'd be a great opportunity to give everybody an opportunity to take and have one of these helmets at home with them in their man cave, on their dresser, on their bar, as kind of a remembrance to the glory days back when you guys were playing football. We have a limited amount of supply available. These will be refurbished helmets with brand new decals and everything, restriped for everybody. And it will be a great fundraiser for the St. Rita football program. $75 is the cost. You can find the link on our website, and we urge you to go ahead and take part in this fundraiser if you want to. There is a limited amount of supplies, so we look forward to this. Thanks for joining us on the Rita Replays. Look forward to seeing you guys all here at St. Rita watching football games as soon as possible. Go Mustangs.